War occurs when there is conflict between various countries. When most people hear the word war, they think of words such as violence, guns, death, soldiers, and etc. However, not many people think about animals when the term war is used. This is because most people do not know how much of a crucial role animals play in a war setting. Animals being used in war can take back all the way to World War One, and even up to this very date. So, animals being used in World War One. When reflecting back on a very important part of history, which would be World War One, the main animals that were used in this war were pigeons, dogs, horses, mules, and slugs. Beginning with pigeons, they were a very big aspect of World War One due to what their specific job was. Pigeons were not used for fighting, but they played a very crucial role in the communication aspect of World War One. They were amazing because of their speed, as well as their ability to fly at great heights. Pigeons were also very reliable due to their homing instincts. They could easily find their way back to their loft without any trouble at all. Both the Allied and Central Powers, the two forces at conflict at the time, used tens of thousands of homing pigeons in order to send messages back and forth. Fun fact, pigeons were so important to the war effort that it became an offense to kill, wound, molest, or to not take adequate care of pigeons under British law. Just like pigeons, dogs also played many crucial roles in the war. They were used as messengers due to the fact that they were able to navigate through trenches and the battlefields much more subtly than any soldier could, which made them ideal ground messengers. This is not the only thing that they served for. In fact, due to a dog's incredible sense of smell, it made them perfectly suited to find wounded soldiers on the battlefield. Their smell, combined with their excellent hearing, also allowed them to serve as guards and scouts in order to detect enemies nearby. Right now, you are currently looking at a picture of Stubby and Private J. Robert Conroy. Stubby is a dog in which was adopted by Private J. Robert Conroy and taken into the military with him. Stubby was taught soldier calls, drills, and salutes, which was very unique for a dog to know. One day, Private Conroy thought it would be a good idea to smuggle Stubby onto the SS Minnesota when the division had shipped out to France. Stubby had then accompanied Private Conroy to the front lines, where his smell allowed him to detect enemy gas and alarm his troops. This tactic that he used to use would allow him to save many lives because he was able to save people from mustard gas and chlorine gas, and his sense of smell was also able to find injured troops and escort medics to them. However, the reason why Stubby is a really famous dog is because of a bold move that he made one day. One day, Stubby caught a German spy making a map of Allied trenches. He then attacked the man until American soldiers could arrive. This bold as well as smart move did not only make Stubby famous, but it helped the Americans in the war. Moving on to two other animals that were very helpful in the war effort, horses and mules. These animals weren't really used for war tactics or anything like that, but they are perhaps the animals that are most commonly associated with the Great War. Horses and mules were mainly used to pull pieces of artillery, supply trains, and other heavy materials that troops needed. Horses were also used as transportation for soldiers and as integral members of cavalry units. The transportation capabilities of horses are seen to be the reason for why many soldiers are still alive to this day. Another animal that is a surprise to much, which also played a great role in the war, were slugs. The reason being because they were able to detect mustard gas and or chlorine gas well before humans actually could. The slugs would visibly indicate their discomfort by closing their breathing pores and compressing their bodies. These indications are then what caught the attention of soldiers laying in the trenches, in which they would then quickly put on their gas masks to protect themselves from the harmful levels of gas